By the way, in the tombstone, the unknown soldier's grave, right? I can't really read the name of it's G and something else because I recognize the drawings, right? And it could be that the drawings are at that time the most common drawing, but I don't think so. I think every architecture has some kind of signature, right? Another thing that I need help on is a picture from the Tron Utzon lottery case in Australia. And that picture, I showed it on the YouTube, is a man from behind with a camera, and there's another man walking out. And in the video, I pictured one picture on the video, right? And the other man is a high-ranking policeman, and this person with the back is in a sort of Cubanian white dress and has a camera and has a cigarette, and I think I recognize him. But I recognize him as part of the Australian Vermont case. Make me guess that he's in both cases. In the Tron case, the story about the Tron case is that Utzon, which is Danish, and came to Australia to build this opera house. And he has a lottery connected, probably media lottery, something. And the person who wins the lottery has a son, and the son get kidnapped and killed, and there's a ransom on this kind of thing. And he's found with a blanket that is a bit like Scottish Irish English pattern. Um, and the person that's suspect is a person that later is sending his wife and children to London, and he is then trying to get away from Australia. I think he probably figured out that there were going to be a justice murder, because I don't think he was the man. And this suspect, they found film rolls planted in his garden, meaning that there was somebody trying to frame him. The reason why I think I recognize him from the Vermont case is that I recognize him. Another thing from the Vermont case is that his wife was sending letters to New Zealand at Christmas time, forth and on, and they were addressed to Vermont, New Zealand. So she kind of wrote to the grieving mom, right? And maybe continuation of this case is that there are letters by the victims that are important, graphics, and also be aware that some of these people were, if they're paparazzis from Ireland or from USA, in a way they are, the old press people were educated in another way. They could kind of they could do handwriting. So some of the letters might be with another handwriting. There could be like 5 different letters with different handwriting from the same person. So I think I solved my own case. I think I maybe solved the Tron case and maybe other cases, at least some of the other. And another important thing is that I was a victim of a use of ether, which is an old tranquilizer thing used by doctors and dentists. And there's another case in Denmark with ether, and it's so unusually at that time in the 70s, and that it can only be the same, I think. So I was right. I'm hunting a very, very dangerous combination of paparazzis, sensational type, almost like a trophy killer, and I'm also hunting somebody who drugged the victims. Then we looked about other cases that linked to this case, right? Broke it open and reopened, right? And I know there's investigation going on this, but I still miss to get my refund for working on it, and refund on the diplomatic chasse affair, and refund on my son's case. So we are not working with them. And I got independent, different missing person cases, later missing person cases that I've solved, but they don't want to take action. For example, the FBI missing Jersey handicapped two children, now grown up men. I cited them. They're in Reba, Somalia, and a white boy, white man now, right? Under terrifying circumstances, they are in an institution and they are mistreated. I tried to lift the case. I even called the institution and said, hey, I think these two men are missing. And she said, no, they're not missing. I say, how can you know? I got the evidence, I got pictures. Well, we got it under control. Whether she knew or whether there's something bigger government stuff going on, I don't know. I don't think so. I think the simple reason is that somebody need a passport. And these young men, if you meet them in a visit in the United States and say, come with me, and they go with along. And when the cold case get really cold, and maybe 10 years after, nobody understands that this passport, this ID from a cold case is worth to going into the United States, even if you're a refugee from the United States living in Europe, right? So basically, Denmark don't want to solve their missing cases. Not even my case, not even Jersey boy's case, nobody's case. So frankly, I understand now why I didn't get my money, because they are a criminal state. They are in a way like, Chicago, New York was at that time. We also got eaten pets. I got Bulgarian missing children in the same area I was living with my son, Chris Stevenson case, right? It's very serious. And I can only say that beware if you're traveling in this area, because it's not safe.